Hello everyone and welcome to today's lesson at the Butterfly Princess Academy, where curiosity takes flight and wisdom wears wings. Today we're going to be exploring a dish, and the dish that we're going to be exploring today is called ginger dhal. So here goes. Ginger dhal, a symphony of spices and comfort. In the heart of South Asian kitchens, where the air hums with the sizzle of cumin seeds and the earthy perfume of simmering lentils, ginger dhal emerges as a dish that cradles the soul. This golden hued delicacy, humorous blend of humble lentils and fiery ginger, is more than a meal. It is a narrative of tradition, warmth and sensory delight. From its velvety texture to its aromatic embrace, ginger dhal invites the eater into a world where simplicity and complexity dance in perfect unison. The alchemy of ingredients. At its core, ginger dhal is built on a foundation of lentils and legumes that transform into creamy splendour when kissed by time and heat. Split red or yellow lentils, often used for their quick cooking nature, dissolve into a buttery canvas. Fresh ginger, the dish's vibrant protagonist, is finely grated or minced, its fibrous zest infusing every spoonful with a sharp anti-gravity warmth. The supporting cast include garlic, onions and tomatoes, which form a fragrant base, while spices like turmeric, cumin, coriander and chili powder weave layers a depth, a finishing flourish of ghee or coconut oil tampered with mustard seeds and curry leaves adds a nutty crescendo to the symphony. The ritual of preparation. The creation of ginger dhal is a meditation in practice. Lentils are rinsed until the water runs clear, then simmered until they surrender to a velvety mash. In a separate pan, onions and garlic caramelise into sweetness, their edges tinged with gold. Here ginger enters, its pungent aroma rising in steam as it mingles with the sizzling spice. Turmeric stains the mixture a radiant yellow like sunlight captured in a pot. Tomatoes diced into the blend. Tomatoes diced and juicy dissolve into the blend, their acidity balancing the lentils' earthiness. Finally, the spiced masala is folded into the cut lentils, and the dish simmers until the flavours marry, a union of fire and tenderness. A feast for the senses. To behold ginger dhal is to admire a sunset in a bowl, vibrant golden broth swirled with crimson chili oil, flat with emerald cliff. Its aroma is an invitation. Ginger sharpness cutting through the warmth of cumin, the smokiness of turmeric and the bright tang of tomato. The first spoonful coats the tongue in creaminess, interrupted by the occasional crunch of a mustard seed or the subtle heat of chili. Ginger's zesty bite lingers, a gentle burn that warms your chest and awakens the palate. Paired with steamed basmati rice or fluffing ham, the dish becomes a textural mosaic, the soft give of lentils against the chew of bread, the crispness of a papadum on the side. Ginger Dhal is a testament to South Asian curry wisdom, where nourishment, nutrition and flavour are inseparable. Lentils rich in protein and fibre have sustained generations, while ginger, revered for its digestive and anti-inflammatory properties, adds both healing and heat. In households across India, this dish is a daily ritual, a comfort offered during monsoon celebrations and solace. It transcends borders to adapted in global kitchens with twists like coconut milk for creamless or spinach for verdant contrast. Yet its soul remains unchanged, a humble pot of substance that whispers stories of home. Ginger Dhal is more than substance, it is a sensory journey. It speaks of kitchens where generations gather of hands that stir with love, and of the earth's bounty transformed into warmth. Each bite is a reminder that the simplest ingredients were treated with care can become extraordinary. Whether served in a clay bowl under a monsoon sky or a modern apartment sleek dish, Ginger Dhal remains a universal ode to comfort, a dish that nourishes the body and the spirit one spoonful at a time. The history of Ginger Dhal, a journey through time and space. Ginger Dhal, a humble yet profound dish of lentils, simmered with fresh ginger and spices, carries within its golden depth a history as rich and layered as its flavours. From ancient roots to its place in modern global cuisine, this aromatic staple of South Asian kitchens is a testament to the interplay of culture, trade and culinary ingenuity. To trace its lineage is to embark on a voyage through millennia, where lentils, ginger and human creativity converge in a timeless dance of substance and tradition. Ancient origins, the birth of Dhal. The story of Ginger Dhal begins with the dawn of agriculture in the Indian subcontinent. Lentils, one of humanity's oldest cultivated crops, were decimated over 8,000 years ago in the Fertile Crescent before spreading eastwards. By the time the Indus Valley civilization flourished there between 300 and 1300 BCE, lentils had become a dietary cornerstone, prized for their affordability, nutrition and versatility. Each literation of Dhal, a term derived from the succulent Dhal meaning to split, where simple lentils boiled with water and seasoned with wild herbs or pungent roots. Ginger, however, entered the narrative later. Native to Southeast Asia, it was first cultivated in ancient India and China around 3,000 years ago. Revered in some texts for its medical properties, ginger was initially used more as a remedy than a culinary ingredient. Its sharp, warming essence was believed to balance the body's cold humours and aid digestion, a quality that would eventually make its natural component companion to lentils, which were known to cause flatulence. Spice roots and colour evolution. The marriage of ginger and lentils likely began during the Vedic period, 1500 to 500 BCE. Principles shaped daily cooking texts like the Shastra. Some texts emphasised food as medicine, encouraging the use of ginger to enhance anti-digestive fire. Over time, cooks began experimenting with ginger's bright heat in lentil dishes, balancing its in with earthy turmeric and cumin. By the early centuries CE, India's spice trade with the Middle East, Rome and Southeast Asia had introduced new ingredients and techniques. Black pepper, cardamom and mustard seed entered the subcontinent's pantries, while Persian and Arab traders bought saffron and other spices. These exchanges enriched Dhal's flavour profile, but ginger remained a constant, its accessibility and health benefits ensuring its place in regional recipes. Medieval refinement and regional diversity. The medieval era, 8th to the 18th century, saw ginger Dhal evolve into distinct regional variations. In the Mongol courts in North India, where rich meats and creamy sauces reigned, Dhal was often elevated with a technique of tempering spices in ghee. Ginger finely minced became a key component of this aromatic garnish, adding depth to dishes like Dhal macaroni. In contrast, South Indian and Sri Lankan versions embrace coconut milk and curry leaves, blending ginger's heat with tropical sweetness. Coastal communities influenced by maritime trade incorporated orchitangas, while Bengali cooks in the east paired ginger with punch, a 5-spice blend of mustard oil. Across the subcontinent, ginger Dhal became a canvas for local identity, reflecting geography, climate and cultural exchange. Colonial encounter. The arrival of European colonisers in the 16th century introduced new ingredients, tomatoes, chilies and potatoes, that further transformed Indian cuisine. Chilies brought by the Portuguese gradually replaced black pepper as the primary source of heat, while tomatoes added acidity to Dhal's base. Ginger, however, held its ground, its unique flavour irreplaceable. British colonies, though initially dismissive of native food, eventually embraced Dhal as a comforting staple, exporting it to their colonies and beyond. The 19th and 20th centuries saw Dhal traverse oceans with the Indian diaspora. In the Caribbean, indentured labourers adopted the dish with Scotch bonnet peppers and thyme, creating split pea soup. In East Africa, migrants cooked it with coconut and cassava leaves, while in Britain, post-war immigrants popularised it as a symbol of home. Each literation retained ginger's essence, a thread connecting scattered communities to their roots. Today, ginger Dhal straddles tradition and innovation. In trendy urban eateries, chefs reimagine it with kale, while vegan movements celebrate its plant-based protein. Yet in rural villages, it remains a daily ritual. A pot simmering over a clay stove, its scent mingling with wood smoke. Health trends have reignited interest in its medical benefits, with ginger praised for its anti-inflammatory properties and role in gut health. Food historians and chefs alike trace its enduring appeal to its duality. Ginger Dhal is both humble and complex, nourishing and exciting. It embodies the resilience of a dish that has survived famine, colonisation and globalisation, adapting without losing its soul. The history of ginger Dhal is a microcosm of human civilization, a story of migration, adaptation and the universal need for comfort. From ancient medical kitchens to Silicon Valley meal prep services, it has nourished emperors and farmers, bridged continents and soothed countless hearts. Each spoonful carries the whispers of ancestors who first paired ginger with lentils, of traders who crossed deserts for spice, and of mothers who stir the pot with love. Ginger Dhal is more than a dish, it is a chronicle of resilience, a reminder that the simplest foods often hold the deepest stories. The real story behind ginger Dhal, a tale of resilience, adaptation and hidden histories. Ginger Dhal, with its golden lentils and fiery warmth, is often celebrated as a comforting staple of South Asian cuisine. Yet beneath its humble appearance lies a lesser-known narrative, one of survival, cultural fusion and quiet revolution. This dish, now a symbol of home and heritage, carries secrets of ancient trade routes, colonial resistance and the ingenuity of ordinary people who turned scarcity into abundance. To uncover its real story, its journey beyond recipes and into the heart of human resilience. Long before ginger Dhal graced royal feasts or trendy restaurant menus, it was a lifeline for Aegean communities. Lentils, among the earliest crops cultivated in the Indus Valley, were easy to grow in arid soils and stored well during droughts. For peasants and labourers, a pot of boiled lentils seasoned with wild herbs was a daily meal, a far cry from the spiced delicacy we know today. Ginger, initially a medicinal root, entered the picture as a preservative. Its anti-inflammatory properties help extend the shelf life of cut lentils in tropical climates, a practical solution in an era without refrigeration. Over time, the functional pairing evolved. Healers in ancient India began prescribing ginger-infused lentil soup to combat digestive ailments, especially among children and the elderly. Temples adapted the dish as ritual offerings, symbolising purity and nourishment. What began as a survival food became sacred, a testament to how necessity breeds reverence. The colonial era, 16th to 20th centuries, reshaped ginger Dhal's identity in unexpected ways. When British colonisers imposed heavy taxes on spices like black pepper and cardamom to control trade, local cooks turned to ginger, a root they could grow in backyard gardens as a substitute. This quiet act of resistance transformed the dish. Ginger's sharpness, once a background note, became the star, infusing Dhal with a bold, defiant flavour. In Bengal, during the Great Famine of 1770, ginger Dhal took a darker significance. Starving families stretched meagre lentil supplies with water and foraged greens, relying on ginger's warmth to stave off despair. Oral histories tell of mothers hiding ginger silvers in the Dhal to trick malnourished children into eating. disgusting bitterness with its peppery zing. The dish became a silent protest against colonial exploitation, a reminder that even in this creativity and dignity persisted. The 19th and 20th century saw ginger gal cross oceans with indentured labourers and migrants on sugarcane plantations. Workers simmered lentils with ginger and Scotch bonnet peppers, substituting coconut milk for gin. In Fiji, families added mango powder for tang, while in Kenya, spices like coconut and blended with the dish's original profile. For these communities, ginger ale was more than a taste of home, it was a cultural anchor. During the partition of India in 1947, refugee families carried lentil sacks and ginger across borders, recreating the dish in makeshift camps. Its familiar aroma became a balm for displacement, a way to rebuild identity in shattered landscapes. In many households, the real story of ginger ale is etched in the hands of women. For generations, cooking lentils was considered women's work, a chore relegated to the margins. Yet within this gendered labour lay subtle acts of empowerment. Grandmothers passed down recipes as heirlooms, using the dish to teach daughters about balance. Enough ginger to heal, not overwhelm, and resilience. Lentils soften but never dissolve. In the near miracle of the 18th century, famously used communal dal pots to host convent meetings during British rule, discussing reform and education under the guise of cooking. Similarly, during India's independence movement, ginger ale was served at underground gatherings, its simplicity embodying the anti-colonial ethos of self-resilience. Today, ginger ale's story faces new chapters and threats. Wellness brands market it as a superfood, stripping its cultural context to sell pre-packaged mixes. Food documentaries romanticise its origins, often erasing the struggle of those who kept the recipes alive, yet grassroots movements pushed back in Punjab farmers. Collectives grow organic lentils and ginger to preserve traditional agriculture, while home cooks share family stories on social media, reclaiming the dish's narrative. The real story of ginger ale is not found in cookbooks, but in the lives of those who cooked it. Peasants, rebels, migrants and mothers. It is the story of how a dish born of poverty became a global comfort, how a medicinal root became a symbol of resistance, and how women turned kitchen fires into space of solidarity. Each pot of ginger ale carries whispers of these untold histories. The ginger grated by colossal hands, the lentils that outlasted empires, and the unyielding hope that simplicity can sustain both body and soul. To savour ginger ale is to taste resilience itself, a reminder that the most ordinary foods often hold the most extraordinary stories. The ingredients of ginger ale are symphony of simplicity and depth. Ginger ale, a dish celebrated for its comforting warmth and complex flavours, is a masterclass in how humble ingredients can transcend their individual parts to create something extraordinary. Each component, from earthly lentils to the fiery ginger, plays a deliberate role in balancing nutrition, texture and taste. To understand the essence of ginger dhal is to dissect its ingredients, each a thread in a vibrant cultural colourful tapestry woven across centuries. Lentils. At the core of ginger dhal lies the lentil dhal, a protein-rich legume that has sustained civilizations for millennia. Split red or yellow lentils, commonly used, prized for their quick cooking time and ability to dissolve into a creamy velvety consistency. These lentils, stripped of their outer skins, absorb flavours like a sponge when releasing starch to thicken the dish. Their mild nutty sweetness forms the canvas upon which spices and aromas paint their bold strokes. Lentils are not just a source of sustenance, they embody resilience, thriving in poor soils and arid climates, making them a symbol of resourcefulness. Fresh ginger. Fresh ginger root with its knobby amber skin and fibrous flesh is the dish's defining ingredient. Grated or minced, it infuses the dhal with a sharp heat that lingers on the palate. Beyond flavour, ginger's role is deeply rooted in medicinal purposes, where it is revered as a digestive aid and anti-inflammatory agent. Its pungency cuts through the lentils' richness, creating a harmonious contrast. In regional variations, dried ginger powders may be used, but fresh ginger's bright citrus-like zing is irreplaceable. Spices. The spice blend in ginger dhal is carefully curated orchestra of flavours. Turmeric. This golden hue stains the dish a warm yellow, adding an earthy bitterness and anti-inflammatory benefits. Cumin. Toasted whole or ground, cumin leaves a smoky nutty depth. Its seeds crackle in hot oil during tempering, releasing an aroma that anchors the dish. Coriander. Ground coriander offers citrusy sweetness, balancing ginger's heat. Chili powders are fresh green chilies. Red chili powder brings steady warmth, while fresh green chilies contribute aggressive volatile heat. A pinch of this pungent resin fried in oil adds humouring and adds digestion, and nod to the dish's practical roots. These spices, often toasted or bloomed in fat, unlock their full potential, transforming the dhal from bland to bold. Onions, finely chopped or caramelised. Onions provide a sweet savoury base. In some recipes they are fried until golden to add depth. Garlic. Minced garlic melds with ginger, creating a pungent backbone. In South Indian versions, garlic may be omitted for other adaptations. Curry leaves. These glossy citrus-scented leaves, fried in the tempering oil, impart a subtle bitterness and aromatic lift, especially in coastal recipes. Together, these aromas of South Asian cooking, a foundation that bridges raw ingredients and spices. Tomatoes. Diced fresh tomatoes or tomato puree introduce acidity, balancing the lentils' earthiness and the spices' heat. As they simmer, tomatoes break down into a silky sauce, their natural sweetness rounding out the dish. In winter, dried mango powder may substitute tomatoes, showcasing the ingredients' adaptability. The choice of fat determines the gal's character. G. Clarified butter adds nutty richness, a staple in northern Indian cuisine. Mustard oil, popular in Bengal and Nepal, its sharp pungent notes amplify ginger's bite. Coconut oil, used in Korea and Sri Lanka, it infuses tropical sweetness, complementing coconut milk additions. During the spices sizzle in hot fat, their flavours dissolving into the oil and permeating every spoonful of dal. Freshly chopped leaves adds a burst of herbal freshness. Lemon or lime juice, a squeeze of citrus brightens the dish, highlighting its complexity. Grated coconut, in coastal regions, coconut adds texture and sweetness. These garnishes are not mere decoration, they're an essential contrast to the gal's warmth. The liquid component, whether water, vegetable stock or coconut milk, determines the gal's consistency. Slow simmering allows lentils to absorb liquid, transforming it into a luxurious cohesive stew. Ginger gal's ingredients are not set in stone. Regional and personal touches are abundant. Spinach or kale, leafy greens adds colour and nutrition. Tampered mustard seeds, a South Indian staple for crunch. Coconut milk for a creamy tropical twist. A Bengali 5-spice blend for earthy complexity. This adaptability is the dish's strength, allowing it to evolve without losing its soul. The ingredients of ginger dal tells a story of balance between heat and earth, sharpness and creaminess, tradition and invention. Each element, from the modest lentil to the fiery ginger, carries historical weight, cultural significance and nutritional wisdom. Together, they create a dish that nourishes the body, comforts the spirit, and connects the eater to a lineage of cooks who turn simple ingredients into profound artistry. To cook ginger dal is to participate in an ancient ritual, one pot at a time. Culture. Ginger dal, a humble yet profound dish of lentils simmered with ginger and spices, is more than a culinary staple. It is a cultural artifact embedded in the rhythms of daily life, religious rituals and ceremonial memory. This dish embodies the values, history and diversity of South Asian societies. Its story is one of resilience, adaptation and shared humanity, woven into the fabric of countless households across generations. The cultural significance of ginger dal begins in ancient India, where lentils were revered as a symbol of subsistence and simplicity. Lentils, amongst the earliest crops cultivated in the Indus valleys, became a dietary cornerstone for their affordability and nutrition. Ginger, introduced over 3,000 years ago, was prized for its medicinal properties, balancing digestion, fighting inflammation and warming the body. Together, these ingredients formed a dish that nourished both body and soul. In text, ginger dal is prepared as a static meal, promoting clarity and harmony. Its preparation mirrored the hospitable worldview of South Asian culture, where food was inseparable from health, spirituality and the natural world. Even today, grandmothers in rural India recite proverbs like "Go to eat lentils and bread and illness will flee," underscoring the dish's enduring link to wellness. In South Asian households, ginger ale is a daily ritual, a quiet act of love. Mornings often begin with the rhythmic chopping of ginger and the sizzle of cumin seeds in ghee. The dish's simplicity bellies its emotional weight. It is the first meal a bride cooks in her new home, the comfort served to a grieving family. Flavours. Ginger ale is a dish that dances on the tongue. A delicate interplay of fiery, earthy tang and sweet notes that converge into a single spoonful. Each flavour tells a story from the sweetness of toasted spices to the bright zing of fresh ginger, creating a symphony that resonates with both comfort and complexity. To explore its taste is to embark on a journey through layers of tradition, geography and culinary intervention where simplicity and sophistication coexist. At its base, ginger ale offers the deep, grounding earthiness of lentils, split red or yellow lentils, when simmered release a mellow nutty sweetness that forms the dish's creamy backbone. This subtle flavour evokes the soil and soul of the fields where lentils grow. A humble, nourishing quality that has sustained communities for millennia. The lentils' mildness acts as a canvas, allowing bolder ingredients to shine while providing a velvety texture and coats the palate. Fresh ginger is the dish's heartbeat. Its sharp, peppery warmth cutting through the lentils' richness. Grating or minced, ginger delivers an initial burst of citrus-like brightness, followed by a lingering spicy heat that radiates gently. The duality, zesty and fiery awakens the senses, a nod to ginger's dual role in health as both a digestive and in flavouring counter. In every bite, its pungency balances the dish's heaviness, ensuring that each mouthful feels rather than overwhelming. The spices in ginger ale weave a tapestry of interconnected flavours. Turmeric, earthy and slightly bitter, it imparts a golden hue and a subtle muskness. Cumin, toasted until fragrant, it adds a nutty smoky depth like embers glowing in the dust. Coriander, its citrusy sweetness softens the sharper edges of ginger and chili, whether from powdered red chilies or fresh green chilies. It introduces a steady glowing heat that builds gradually. A pinch of this Renaissance spice fried in oil leaves an humid undertone reminiscent of onions and garlic. Together, these spices create a warm, aromatic foundation, their flavours blooming in hot oil during the tempering process. The result is a harmonious blend where no single spice dominates, but each contributes to a layered, evolving profile. Diced tomatoes or tangy tamarind pulp introduces a vital acidic contrast. Cutting through the dish's richness as tomatoes simmer, their natural sugars caramelise, offering a faint sweetness that balances ginger heat. In coastal varieties, raw mango powder might replace tomatoes, adding a tart fruity sharpness that evokes the seaside. This acidity is the dish's high note, lifting the heavy elements and creating a rounded dynamic flavour. Caramelised onions and garlic provide a savoury sweet base, their sugars browning to create a foundation of umami. Curry leaves crackled in hot oil release a citrusy, almost medicinal aroma that infuses the gal with a herbal freshness. These aromas bridges the gap between the spice's intensity and the lentils' mildness, ensuring each component is both distinct and unfinished. Unified. The choice of fat, ghee, coconut oil or mustard oil acts as both a flavour carrier and a cultural signature. Ghee adds a buttery, nutty richness that mellows the spices, while mustard oil used in Bengal and Nepal contributes a pungent, almost sharp edge. Coconut oil, popular in Sri Lanka, lends a tropical sweetness that harmonises with ginger's zest. This layer of fat ensures the spice's volatile components are fully expressed, their flavours resonating long after the dish is served. A garnish of chopped or a squeeze of lemon juice adds a final burst of brightness, cleansing the palate with herbal or citrusy freshness. In some recipes, a pinch of mustard seeds or fried garlic provides a textural contrast. Tiny explosions of crunch in the gal's creaminess. These finishing touches are essential, transforming the dish from a stew into a multi-meat essence. Variations. The flavour profile of ginger gal shifts subtly across regions. In the Punjab, creamy gal with butter and cream where ginger's heat tampers the indulgence. Karari, coconut milk softens the spices with curry leaves, while curry leaves adds a citrusy lift. Bengal punch, a 5-spice blend, and mustard oil creates a pungent aromatic crisp. Gujarat, a hint of jaggery balanced heat with sweetness reflecting the region's love for sweetness. Each variation adopts the core flavours to local palates, proving ginger gal's versatility while honouring its essence. The true magic of ginger gal lies in its aftertaste, a warm lingering sensation that feels like a hug from within. The ginger heat settles into a soothing glow that the spices leave a smoky whisper, and the lentils' earthiness lingers like a familiar refrain. This is why the dish transcends mere substance. Its flavours evoke childhood kitchens, monsoon evenings, and the quiet joy of shared meals. Ginger gal's flavours are a metaphor for life itself, balanced, dynamic and deeply nourishing. It is a winter's warmth in a bold summer's brightness on a rainy day, and autumn's earthy comfort all at once. To taste it is to understand how a handful of ginger gal, this is variations. Ginger gal, a dish rooted in the simplicity of lentils and the vibrancy of fresh ginger, is a core rich across regions, cultures and kitchens. It morphs to reflect local ingredients, traditions and palates. From the coconut lake coast of Cook to the smoky herb of Punjab and even the fusion-fused cafes of New York, ginger gal adapts without losing its soul. Each variation tells a story of geography, migration, universal human instincts transform the familiar into something extraordinary. Punjab. In North India, a ginger gal takes on a rustic, hearty character. Split yellow lentils or black lentils are slow cooked with ginger, garlic and tomatoes, then tempered with ghee, cumin and red chillies. A dollop of butter or cream is stirred for richness, embodying Punjab's Aegean indulgence. The ginger here is subtle, balancing the smoothness of dried leaves. In Calera, ginger gal embraces the tropics. Red lentils simmer with coconut milk, curry leaves and a paste of fresh ginger, green chilies and coconut. The dish is lighter and sweeter, often served with steamed rice and a tangy mango pickle. Ginger's sharpness cuts through the coconut's creaminess, a hallmark of the region's coastal flavours. Bengal's versions adds a fragrant twist with a 5-spice blend of cumin, black pepper and fennel seeds. Mustard oil replaced ghee, imparting a pungent kick, while fresh citron and ginger are blended into a paste. The revived fresh served with a wedge of lime. It's a study in contrast, spicy, tangy and aromatic. Gujarati sweet and sour palate. Gujarati sweet and sour palate transforms ginger gal with jaggery into ginger is grated finely, melding with the earthy lentils, while a tampering of mustard seeds adds crunch. This version, often paired with rosy flatbread, reflects the state's love for balancing extremes. Adaptation: Caribbean split pea soup. In Trinidad and Tobago, descendants of India indented labourers reinvented ginger gal using split peas, coconut milk and fiery Scotch bonnet peppers. Ginger remains central, but thyme and turmeric add Creole flair. This adaptation, called split pea soup, is a staple at Hindu weddings and Sunday lunches alike. East African coconut gal. In Kenya and Gujarat, migrants fuse local ingredients with ancestral recipes. Lentils are cooked with grated coconut, ginger and turmeric, then topped with a bit of garlic and curry leaves. Served with maize porridge, it bridges Indian and Swagali curry worlds. British Indian restaurant styles. In the UK, ginger gal is often creamy and milder, tailored to Western taste. Coconut milk or cream softens the spices, while fresh ginger is complemented by ground coriander and masala. Served with naan bread or basmati rice, it's a comfort food staple in curry houses. Vegan and health-conscious versions. Modern chefs reimagine ginger gal with plant-based twists. Cashew cream replaces ghee and kale or spinach is stirred in for added nutrients. Crave or cauliflower rice substitute traditional grains, appealing to gluten-free and keto diets. In urban eateries, ginger gal becomes a canvas for cross-cultural creativity. Mexican Indian del taco spiced lentils fill corn tortillas topped with ginger-infused salsa. Japanese gal miso, white miso paste and ginger blends into a rich broth garnished with nari. Mediterranean gal, lentils are pureed with a ginger and lemon served as a dip. Gourmet elevations, fine dining restaurants deconstruct the dish. Lentil film is prepared with ginger curry or smoked lentils are plated with pickled ginger microgreens. This avant-garde version honours the origins while appeasing cosmopolitan palates. Monsoon sourdough. During India's rainy season, ginger ghee is sparked with cumin seeds and extra garlic, believed to ward off colds. The ginger is sliced thinly, simmered with tender offerings, warmth against the damp chill. In Punjab, mustard greens are stewed with ginger-infused lentils, creating a hearty bitter green dish served with roasted cornbread. The ginger's heat balances the green's pungency. For celebration, 5 types of lentils are cooked with ginger, dried mango powder and silver leaf. This luxurious version, garnished with pomegranate seeds, symbolises abundance and unity. Variations of ginger ghee reveal humanity's colouring language on one that adapts borrows in events while honouring roots. Whether in a clay pot over a village fire or a stainless steel pan in a Michelin-starred kitchen, ginger ghee remains a testament to resilience and creativity. Each variation from the traditional to the experimental is a love letter to the idea that food is not just sustenance, but a living, involving story. To taste from all is to savour the giving diversity of the world, one spoonful at a time. Textures. Ginger ghee, a dish often celebrated for its flavours and aromas, is equally remarkable for its texture, a sensory mosaic that transforms a simple lentil stew into a multi-dimensional experience. From the velvety smoothness of humid lentils to the crackle of tempered spices, each texture plays a deliberate role in crafting the dish's identity. To explore ginger ghee's tactile landscape is to understand how contrasts in mouthful elevate it from sustenance to art. At its core, ginger ghee is defined by the luxuriant creamless of cut lentils. Split red or yellow lentils, when boiled, slowly dissolve into a silken puree, their starchness releasing to thicken the broth into a luxurious, almost soup-like consistency. This smooth texture is both comforting and functional, evoking the nurturing quality of a dish meant to soothe and sustain. In southern Indian or Bengali, the lentils are often cooked until they lose all structure, creating a harmonious base that clings to rice or bread like a warm embrace. The absence of granules achieved through patient stirring and precise cooking time signals mastery, a texture that whispers of grandmother's hands and timeless tradition. Fresh ginger, the dish's namesake, introduces a contrasting fibrous texture. Finely grated, it melts seamlessly into the ghee, leaving behind only its pungent heat. But when thinly sliced, ginger retains a slight chewiness, a pleasant resistance that interrupts the lentil's uniformity. In some regional recipes, like the Kashmir dal, ginger is cut into matchsticks and fried until crisp, adding a caramelised crunch that dance atop the creamy backdrop. This interplay of soft and supple versus resilient and snappy churns, each bite into a mini drama, engaging the teeth and tongue in a playful tug of war. A technique of frying spices in hot oil or ghee introduces textural fireworks. Mustard seeds tossed into sizzling fat burst open with a satisfying pop, releasing their nutty essence. Cumin seeds toasted until fragrant remain whole, offering tiny bursts of earthy crunch. Curry leaves fried to a crisp shatter delicately but brittle texture, dissolving into a citrusy aftertaste. In Punjab, fried garlic slivers or onion rings are added to be tempering, their golden edges providing a caramelised crunch. These textural actions transform the dish from a puree into a dynamic embrace where every spoonful holds a surprise. A final sprinkle of chopped chorizo or a squeeze of lime juice adds not just flavour but textural variety. Citrus tender leaves lightly whistled by the Dhal's heat offer a delicate softness, while lime zest, if used, contribute a fine gritty texture. In coastal regions, grated coconut is stirred in its feverish rounds, dissolving slightly but retaining a whisper of greyness. For those seeking indulgence, a dollop of cream or yogurt introduces a silky richness that coats the tongue. Right. Ginger Dhal is more than a dish, it is a sensory ritual. From the moment it begins to simmer on the stove to the final spoonful that lingers on the tongue, it engages every sense, weaving a tapestry of experience that transcends mere nourishment. Each element, touch, taste, smell, sound and sight, combines to create a symphony of comfort, tradition and virtuality. To experience Ginger Dhal is to step into a world where the senses converse, each telling its own story of warmth and wonder. The first encounter with Ginger Dhal is visual, a spectacle of colour and texture that invites curiosity in a wide-mouthed clay pot of stainless steel. The dish glows like liquid amber, its surface simmering with droplets of ghee or coconut oil. Turmeric stains the lentils a radiant gold, while flecks of red chilli powder or fresh green chilies float like embers in a sunset. Of mustard seeds, cumin and curry leaves crown the dish, their dark farms suspended in the broth like tiny fresh citron slashing the top adds a burst of a wedge of lime on the side promises a citrusy spark. The size of Ginger Dhal is a promise, a warm golden embrace waiting to unfold. Smell. Before the first bite, the aroma of Ginger Dhal envelops the room, an invisible thread connecting past and present. As onions sizzle in hot oil, their caramelising sweetness mingles with the sharp citrusy punch of freshly grated ginger. Toasted cumin and coriander release smoky whispers, while curry leaves crackle, infusing the air with almost medical fragrance. The earthy musk of turmeric raises like incense, browned in the spices volatility. For those who grow up with the dish, this scent is a time machine. It invokes monsoon evenings, grandmother's kitchens, and the quiet home of familiar love. Even newcomers pause, drawn by the alchemy, a blend of fire, earth and zest that feels both foreign and familiar. To touch Ginger Dhal is to express its contradictions. A wooden spoon glides through the lentils, encountering resistance only where ginger slices or half-dissolved tomatoes linger. The base is velvety, a creamy puree that coats the fingers with warmth, but then introduces surprises. The pop of a mustard seed against the tongue, the delicate crunch of fried garlic or the spice of ginger, served alongside on a piece of naan bread or roti bread, offers a tactile counterpoint, soft, palpable and slightly charred, perfect for scooping up the gal's silkiness. The contrast between the lentil smoothness and the tampering crispness is deliberate, a dance of texture that keeps the palate engaged. The first spoonful is a revelation of flavours that unfolds in waves. Earthy lentils softened into creamless flavour foundations. Then comes ginger's fiery, sharp citrus-like zest that tingles the tongue before mellowing into warmth. Turmeric and cumin adds depth. They're smokeless, tempered by the tang of tomatoes or turmeric chilies hum in the background. The heat there help building gradually while a squeeze of lime brightens the dish like sunset piercing clouds. Ginger Gal's journey begins with sound, the crackle and hiss of its creation. Lentils bubble rhythmically as they simmer their soft grunge. A steady precision is a covering overture. Mustard seeds leaping in hot oil with a pop followed by the sizzle of the cumin and rustle of curry leaves surrendering to the heat. A wooden spoon scrapes against the pot's edges, rhythmic and reassuring. At the table, the tear of a roti or the clink of a spoon against a bowl adds to the symphony. These sounds, the kitchen's percussion section, are to the dishes as ingredients, a reminder that cooking is both art and ritual. In Ginger Gal, the tension is coverage to create something greater than the sum of its parts. The golden sight comforts the eyes, the aroma stirs the soul, the texture integrates the fingers, and the flavours ignite the palate, and the sounds anchor the moments in time. Together they invoke a symphonistic experience, a dish that feels like home, tastes like a story, and sounds like home. For the weary, it's a solace. For the celebratory, it is joy. For the nostalgic, it's memory. Ginger Gal is a sensory poem, each line written in the language of touch, taste, smell, sound and sight. It reminds us that food is not just fuel, but a bridge between cultures, a keeper of histories and a catalyst for connection. To savour it fully is to close one's eyes and let the senses lead. To the bustling markets of Mumbai, the monsoon-soaked field or a quiet kitchen where a pot of lentils whispers secrets only the heart can hear. In every bowl the world comes alive. What it can be served with. Ginger Gal, with its velvety texture and vibrant spices, is a versatile dish that transcends the boundaries of a mere side. It can anchor a meal, complement a feast, or star in a humble supper, depending on its accomplishments. From traditional staples to modern fusion pairings, the dish's adaptability lies in its ability to harmonise with a symphony of flavours, textures and cultural traditions. Here we explore the myriad ways Ginger Gal can be served, each combination telling a story of geography, taste, the classic foundations, rice and bread. Steamed basmati rice, a moulded fragrant long-grain basmati rice is Ginger Gal's most iconic partner. The rice's delicate floral aroma and fluffy texture absorb the girl's creamy broth, creating a comforting, cohesive bite. In southern India, cumin-scented rice or lemon rice adds an extra layer of zest, while in Bengal, buttery rice elevates the dish to celebratory status. Cumin or couscous. For a protein-rich, gluten-free crisp, nutty cumin or light couscous pairs beautifully, their textures contrasting with the dough silkiness. millet or brown rice. Earthy hit-hearty grains like foxtail, millet or brown rice caters to health-conscious palates, adding chewiness and depth. Breads of the world, naan or roti breads. Soft pillory naan or whole wheat roti are perfect for scooping up dough, their charred egg edges adding smoothness. Flaky buttery layers stuffed with potatoes or paneer offers richness that balances dow's heat. In South India, crispy lentil rice crisps or lacy from rice provide a tangy component. Tortillas or flatbreads. Globally, ginger gal can fill wheat tortillas or lavish merging Indian warmth with Mediterranean or Mexican flair. Mango pickle. The fiery sour punch of raw mango pickle cuts through the dish's richness, awakening the palate. Coconut chutney, a cooling blend of grated coconut, green chilies and offers a tropical contrast, especially popular in some Indian regions. Tomato onion salad. A simple salad of diced tomatoes, onions and lime juice adds freshness and crunch. Yogurt based sides. Cucumber, yogurt with fried chickpea droplets soothes the gal's heat with creamy coolness. Plain yogurt stirred into the gal or served on the side mellows the spices for sensitive palates. Thin crispy lentil crackles add a satisfying crunch and a hint of smoothness. Crunchy chickpea noodles sprinkled on top introduces a playful savoury element. Greens, spinach or musky greens. Greens complement the gal's warmth, their bitterness balancing the lentil sweetness. Stir-fried vegetables. A melody of carrots, beans and bell peppers adds colour and crunch, turning the meal into a hearty feast. Roasted or green vegetables. Tandoori cauliflower, slowly charred, cauliflower dumped in dough creates textural and flavourful contrast. Spiced okra, crispy okra fries or stir fry with cumin and a savoury rich dimension. Curried vegetables. Ergonomic, potato cauliflower curry. This spice classic shares the gal's warmth, making the duo a winter comfort spice. Eggplant, smoky roasted eggplant mash adds creaminess and depth, echoing the gal's velvety texture. Plant-based protein. Paneer, cubes of pan-fried paneer, Indian cottage cheese, add a mild creamy contrast, soaking up the gal's flavours. Tofu and grilled tofu offers a vegan protein boost with a meaty bite. Meat and seafood, grilled chicken tandoori or herb marinated chicken thighs bring smoky char and juiciness to the meal. Fish curry. In coastal regions, ginger gal pairs with tangy fish curries. The lentils balancing the seafood's boldness. Lamb kofta. Spiced meatballs simmered in the gal adds richness, transforming it into a main course. Butter bowls. Layered ginger gal with avocado slices, pickled radishes for a nourishing Instagram-worthy bowl. Tacos or wraps. Spread gal on tortillas with slaw grilled veggies and a drizzle of mint chutney for an Indian-Mexican hybrid. Use gal as a sauce base for flatbreads topped with roasted veggies, cheese and a sprinkles. Swirl a spoonful of gal into a pumpkin or carrot soup for added protein and spices. Tea, char. The warmth of Cardamom and ginger in chai mirrors the Dhal spices. Sweet mango or salty chest buttermilk cools the palate between fiery bites. Ginger beer, the root zesty synergy ties the drink and dish together. White wine, a crisp Sauvignon Blanc or fruit balances the Dhal's heat. Craft beer, hoppy IPAs or malted amber ales complement the dish's earthy and spicy notes. Fresh fruit salad mango slices or citrus segments cleanses the palate with juicy sweetness. Rice pudding, creamy cardamom infusion offers a soothing contrast to the Dhal's boldness. A square of dark chocolate with ginger bites echo the dish's spicy undertones. Ginger Dhal's true magic lies in its ability to adapt, enhance and transform any meal, whether paired with rustic roti in a village home, spooned over or in an urban cafe, or served alongside global flavours in a fusion eatery. It remains a universal symbol of nourishment and connection. Each accompaniment, whether rooted in tradition or born of innovation, highlights the dish's charm, proving that ginger Dhal is not just a recipe, but a culinary conversation starter. Ginger Dhal, with its aromatic blend of lentils, fresh gingers and warming spices, is more than a culinary staple. It's a dish steeped in cultural resonance. Across South Asia and in its global dispensary, this humble yet vibrant preparation graces tables at festivals that celebrate light, harvest, faith and community. Its adaptability and symbolic nourishment makes it a cherished presence in rituals and feasts, bridging tradition, old and new. Dhal, the Festival of Lights. During Diwali, the Hindu festival symbolising the triumph of light over darkness, ginger Dhal often appears as part of lavish vegetarian feast. Its golden hue, tinted by turmeric, mirrors the glow of oil lamps, while ginger's warmth complements the season's crisp autumn air. Lentils symbolises prosperity and substance, making the dish an offering to deities like Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, served alongside sweets and savoury snacks. A root of holly, the exuberant festival of colours, thrives on communal joy and shared meals. Ginger Dhal's robust flavour and comforting texture make it ideal for post-revelatory gatherings. The dish's heat from ginger and chilies contrasts playfully with Polish tradition. A cooling cannabis-infused drink with its heartiness soothes stomachs after spiritual dancing. In rural areas, Dhal is paired with harvest celebrations. In South India, the harvest festival of Pongal, honour a dream bounty. Ginger Dhal adapts to regional taste during this festival. It might accompany sweet rice dishes during Ramadan. Ginger Dhal becomes a comforting iftar meal for Muslim communities. In South Asia, its protein-rich lentils replenish energy after fasting, while ginger adds digestion during harsh evening. Feasts like on Eid, the dish might be elevated with ghee or meat stock served alongside kebabs. In Bangladesh and Pakistani variations, like monsoon Dhal with ginger, a staple symbolising unity and shared blessings. In Hindu festivals, emphasising purity and detoxification, such as ginger gal adapts to fasting rules made without garlic or onions. It uses rock salt and mild spices, aligning with dietary restrictions. During other festivals which welcome spring, the dish's golden colour mirrors blooming mustard fields, and ginger's rejuvenating properties echo themes of renewal. North India's winter festivals celebrate the sun's return. Ginger gal's warming spices combat the cold, often paired with roasted sesame seeds. In Buddhist communities, ginger gal is served during celebrating the festival during the birth of Buddha, reflecting vegetarian principles of non-harm. Weddings and family celebrations. At weddings across India and the diaspora, ginger gal is a crowd-pleasing staple. Its social scalability makes it ideal for large gatherings, while the rich tempering of cumin adds festival flair. In Gujarati weddings, it might be sweetened with jaggery, balancing the tang yogurt curry. In multicultural cities like London, New York or Toronto, ginger gal stars at Diwali meals, or South Asian Heritage Month events. Food trucks serve it with a modern twist. Think gal tacos or gal stuffed sliders, bridging tradition and innovation. It becomes a culinary ambassador connecting generations and cultures. Ginger gal's presence at festival where the sauce reveals its role as a unifier. It nourishes bodies during feasting, warms hearts in winters, and honours ancestral traditions during harvest. Its adaptability across regions, religious regions, and rituals underscores a universal truth. Food is not just substance, but a language of love, memory, and shared humanity. In every simmering pot of ginger gal, there lies a story of celebration, resilience, and home. Ginger gal is a staple of South Asian cuisine. It's more than a comforting food. It's a symphony of scientific principles that transform simple ingredients into a nourishing, dense, flavour-rich meal. From the biochemistry of lentils to the... I'm not going to read it. Right. 1 minute. Ginger gal embodies the wisdom of ancient culinary traditions, validated by modern science. Each step from tempering spices to simmering lentils optimises flavour, nutrition and preservation. This dish is a testament to how intricate cooking practices align with biochemical principles, offering a blueprint for nourishing sustainable eating. In a world increasingly bridging food and science, ginger gal stands as a timeless example of culinary alchemy. By understanding the science behind this humble dish, we not only appreciate its cultural heritage, but also its role as a functional food for holistic health. Dinner party, the Butterfly Princess Academy, a feast of transformation, and I've tried to envisage this as much as I can in the image you see behind me. The Butterfly Princess's Academy's great hall shimmered under the soft glow of stained glass lanterns, their panels crafted into the shape of monarchs, swallowtails and moths. The air hummed with anticipation as students, each adorned with delicate iridescent wings in hues of sapphire, emerald and amber, fluttered fluttered to their seats. At the head of the table, the butterfly princess, her fiery red bob catching the light like a flame, presided from her wheelchair, its gliding frame etched with vines and crystal motifs. Her butterfly wings folded, pulsed faintly with warmth that mirrored the golden turmeric hues of the dish before her. A steaming pot of ginger ale, its aroma of toasted cumin and fresh ginger curling into the air like whispered secrets. The table was a tapestry of autumn's bounty, marigold garlands, bowls of pomegranate seeds and centerpiece, but all eyes lingered on the dal, its surface shimmering with of crackled mustard seeds and curry leaves. The princess's butterfly necklace, a jewelled monarch with wings spread, caught the light as she gestured to the dish. Tonight, she said, her voice a blend of warmth and steel, we celebrate the magic of transformation, like the caterpillar that becomes a butterfly. This gal teaches us that strength lies in patience and beauty in blending. As students passed bowls of gal, the princess recounted the story. The lentils, she explained, are softened by time and heat, yet they hold their essence just as we learn to bend without breaking. One student, a shy girl with moth-like wings, stirred her gal thoughtfully. And for ginger, she asked. The princess smiled. Ginger is fire trapped in roots from foam. It reminds us that even the sharpest edges can heal. She lifted a spoonful that steam curling around her crown, a delicate circuit of silver and tanite and amethyst wings, and the spices, they are the voices of ancestors teaching us harmony. The dish's flavours unfolded like metamorphoses. Earthly lentils grounded the palate, ginger's heat soared, and the tempered spices crackled like the snap of splitting students. Paired it with saffron rice shaped into butterfly molds and flatbreads and paired with wing patterns. The butterfly princess, her wheelchair adorned with silk laughters, the boy with a dragonfly-like wing nearly dropped his bowl. Careful, she teased, even the clumsiest caterpillars earn their wings. As the meal ended, the princess lifted her necklace, its pendant glowing. This dish, she said, is a map. The lentils of the earth we come from, with ginger the fire we carry, and the spices, the wings that help us rise. She gestured to her wheelchair, its wheels embossed with golden leather, limits out illusions. Free flight begins here, she tapped her heart, and the courage to simmer to blend to become. Outside the academy's gardens buzzed with real butterflies, drawn into the gal's sense as if it were nectar. Long after the last spoonful was eaten, the hall lingered in warmth. The students, now radiant with newfound confidence, carried bowls to the kitchen, their wings brushing against one another in a silent dance. The butterfly princess lingered, her crown glistening as she gazed at the emptied pots. In its depth she saw not remnants but possibility, 1,000 meals, 1,000 metaphors, all waiting to take flight. Ginger Dhal is far more than a simple dish. It is a celebration of nourishment, culture and connection. Its vibrant flavour, rice texture and warm comforting aroma makes it a staple in kitchens and dining tables across the globe. With its roots in tradition and its versatility in modern cuisine, ginger gal embodies the harmony of simplicity and complexity, blending humble ingredients into a meal that satisfies both body and soul. Beyond its taste, ginger gal carries deep culture and nutritional significance. It symbolises the importance of balance between flavours, textures and nutrients, and serves as a reminder of the ways food can bring people together. Whether shared at a family meal, a festive gathering or a quiet moment of self-care, ginger gal offers a sense of comfort and connection that transcends borders and generations. In every spoonful of ginger gal lies a story of patience, transformation and the power of blending diverse elements into something greater than the sum of its parts. It is a dish that not only nourishes but also inspires, reminding us that the simplest thing in life often holds the greatest meaning. Ginger gal is not just food, it is an experience, a tradition and a testament to the enduring power of the culinary arts to unite people and enrich lives. So now I'm going to give you a cultural synthesis of flavour and tradition. Ginger gal, a harmonious blend of earthy lentils and aromatic ginger into spices for balance of nutrient flavour. In South Asian cuisine, this gal, right, so I basically told you all this, so it's going to be. Right, so in many households, ginger gal is more than substance. It is a generational tradition. Grandmother's recipes often specify ginger quantities tailored to family preference, reflecting its cultural personalisation. During monsoons, ginger lace gal is consumed for its warming properties, while in festivals it serves as a humble yet essential side to rich dishes. We've read that. So here are some questions and answers about ginger gal. What is gal and why is this a staple in South Asian cuisine? Gal refers to split pulses like lentils, chickpeas or peas cooked into a stew or soup. It is a staple due to its affordability, versatility and nutritional value, providing plant-based protein, fibre and essential minerals. Its adaptability to regional spices and ingredients makes it ambiguous across South Asia. How does ginger infuse the flavour profile of ginger gal? Fresh ginger adds a zesty, slightly spicy and citrusy notes to the dish. Its pungency cuts through the earthiness of lentils and balances rich spices like cumin and turmeric, creating a harmonious blend of warmth and brightness. What is tempering and why is it important in preparing gal? Tempering is a technique where spices and aromas, for example ginger, garlic, mustard seeds, are fried in hot oil or ghee to release their essential oils. This step deepens the dish's flavour and aroma, infusing the lentils with complex layers of taste. What nutritional benefits does ginger contribute to the dish? Ginger contains a bioactive compound with anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. It also aids digestion by stimulating enzyme production and helps break down lentils' properties and reduces bloating. How does the medicinal view the role of ginger in gal? It views ginger as a digestive stimulant, and a warming spice. In Dhal, it is believed to balance earth-water elements by reducing heaviness and promoting metabolic efficiency, aligning with principles of holistic health. Why is ginger often paired with lentils in traditional cooking? Lentils can be challenging to digest due to their high fibre and protein content. Ginger's digestive enzymes help mitigate gas and bloating, making the dish more gut-friendly. Ginger Dhal in its unassuming elegance transcends the boundaries of mere substance. It is a dish that whispers of ancient wisdoms and tradition and hums with the virtuality of everyday life. A testament to humanity's ability to transform simplicity into profitability. Through its interplay of earth's lentils and spirited ginger, it mirrors the universal dance of contrast, nourishment and healing traditions and interventions, comfort and vibrancy. This dish, simmering in the cauldrons of countless kitchens across generations, carries within it the stories of monsoons, weather festivals celebrated and the quiet evenings shared. It reminds us that food is not just fuel but a language of care, a bridge between past and present, and a quiet rebellion against fear. In a world increasingly obsessed with novelty, Ginger Dhal stands as a gentle rebuttal. True richness lies not in complexity but in tension, not in excesses but in balance. As we wade this into bowls, we are invited to savour more than flavour. We taste resilience, continuity and the quiet power of ingredients that have sustained civilizations. Ginger Dhal, in its warmth and wisdom, challenges us to slow down, to honour the ordinary, and to find poetry in the pot that simmers patiently on the stove. It is ultimately a dish that nourishes not just the body and soul, a humble masterpiece perfected over millennia yet forever new. And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, concludes today's lesson at the Butterfly Princess Academy, where curiosity takes flight and wisdom wears wings. I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson. I hope that very much so in the near future you will be able to join me for more lessons here at the Butterfly Princess Academy. But until next time, take care, bye bye for now, see you very soon. Bye bye.